So now we're going to go look at the shoulder joint as I promised. And basically we have the arm, the humerus, and then we have the scapula. Now this fits in like so. And that's how you can move that arm. This is the head of that humerus. And this is the socket that it fits into. We said this is a ball and socket joint. And this socket is called the glenoid cavity. And then you have two little protections, if you will, that articulate. You can see here and here. And this is called the acromion. And this is called the coracoid process. And so the way I remember this is it kind of looks like a C, and the C's on the bottom. That helps you. And that's our shoulder joint. Now we'll look at the hand. And this is probably, for most students, one of the hardest areas to remember. And it's the carpal bones. They give students real hard time. So bear with me as I kind of work you through this. We've already talked about the carpal bones being here, the wrist bones. And then these are the metacarpals. And these are your phalanges. But the hard part is trying to remember the names of the carpal bones. And the best way to do that is to make what we call a mnemonic. Come up with some kind of saying that helps you remember this. So if we look at this, we've got 8 carpal bones we have to learn. Some people say it's a row of 4 and a row of 4. It doesn't make any difference. It's how you look at it and how you can figure it. I always tell my students, I actually do 5 and 3 because to me it's just a little bit easier. Start with the thumb. Always start with the thumb, because that way if the hand is this way or the hand is this way, you're not lost. Okay, because your hand could be up this direction or it could be turned this direction. And in your practicals, it could be either way. So I'm going to go on the outside, okay? And I'm going to use the mnemonic that my students made up, which I think is kind of cute, helps. Basically starts with some of the words. And the mnemonic is Tom saw Luna taking a pee. And we'll use the other word for pee on the bone when we get to it. But Tom trapezium, TM, because we have a trapezoid, and you want to get that M on there. So trapezium, scaphoid, lunate, Luna, triquetrum, taking, the same sound, and then P, pisiform. Okay, so that'll be those 5 bones. And then going inside here, again, start at the thumb. This sounds kind of gross, but we have a toad with ketchup and ham, which is a trapezoid, starts with a T, ends with a D. Catsup, capitate, is the name of the bone. Ham, hamate. I don't know if you can see it right there, hamate. So 1, 2, 3. So maybe that mnemonic will help you. There are other mnemonics like some lovers try positions they can't handle. There's all kinds of mnemonics. If you don't like those, make one up yourself that helps you learn it. But figure out a way where you have the same starting point and you go around, and that helps you memorize the names of these bones. So we did the hands, and now we're working to the feet. And again, with the feet, in terms of this area, it's the same. These are metatarsals, T for toe. If that helps you remember, that's what you need. So the metatarsals instead of metacarpals, but you still have the phalanges, and they're still labeled the same way. So metatarsals and phalanges. Now we're going to start back at the actual ankle. So the heel right here is called the calcaneus. And this articulates with this bone right here called the talus. It's a pretty thick bone. And then you move in and you have a row right here of 5 bones. Okay? And when you look at this, this is the scaphoid bone. Named the same thing as in the hand. Okay? And then you have this cube-like bone, cube shape, cuboid bone. And then you have 3 little bones right there on the distal end of that scaphoid, and these are the cuneiforms. So if you remember that usually most students have no problem with the foot versus the hands. Okay, and that's our foot.